Hello from beautiful Key West, Florida. It is a little cooler than normal here, but still a whole lot better than it is back home in Virginia. This is my 9th year at the Mile Zero Fest Music Festival, and in all those years, I've never visited the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum. I'm happy to say that I finally got a chance to stop in, and I am so glad that I did. Now, if you don't know Mel Fisher's story, here's a short version. He spent 16 years searching for the Nuestra Senora de Atocha, the Spanish treasure ship. It sank in 1622. 16 years. Let that sink in. He did find small things, coins, fragments, just enough to say you're not crazy, but you're not there yet. Standing in that museum, I realized something, that I didn't just admire his story, I recognized it, because that space, that long stretch between the dream and the breakthrough, that's where most of us live, especially if you're building something, a business, a career, a life that actually fits who you are now. You show up, you do the work, you keep believing, and yet you see results. They're modest at best, encouraging enough to keep going, but not enough to make it easy. Mel Fisher used to say, today's the day, every day. Not this year's the year, not eventually, not even someday, today. And here's the biggest lesson for me. During those 16 years, Mel didn't just face frustration, he faced loss. He lost his son and his daughter-in-law at sea while searching for the treasure. And yet, he chose not to quit. Not because it was easy, not because success was guaranteed, but because he had a dream, and that dream had become part of who he was. And then, on July 20th, 1985, after 16 years waking up and saying, today's the day, it finally was. Exactly 10 years to the day after losing his son and daughter-in-law, they found the main treasure. One of the greatest discoveries in history, gold, silver, emeralds, historical artifacts. It was the kind of ending that we love to celebrate. Except the story didn't end there. After finding treasure, Mel Fisher had to fight the U.S. government just to keep it. Years of legal battles. Which tells me this. Even when you win, you may still have to defend the dream that you worked so hard to claim. And honestly, that part hit home too. Because building something meaningful isn't just about persistence. It's about resilience. It's about deciding over and over and over again that dream is worth the cost. And here's what I want you to hear, especially if you're tired, especially if you're like me, if you're in a season of small wins, if you're wondering whether you're foolish for still believing, if you're doing all the right things and it still feels slow and hard. You're not behind. You're not failing. You may simply be still searching. And sometimes the treasure isn't just what you find, it's who you become while you refuse to quit. So if today feels heavy, borrow Mel Fisher's words. Today's the day. Not because you're guaranteed an outcome, but because you're still brave enough to believe. And that's where every great story begins.